Let's mosey. Let's mosey. Okay. Recording.
Is that crazy? Oh.
We can call that.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Later.
Welcome to the first AV, not just A, version of the Cave Trolls podcast.
Yeah, what's up, Internet? This is the Cave Trolls podcast. We got all four of us here today. We got Richard Langen.
Yeah.
We got David Tolgetsky.
Hi.
We got Jordan. What's your last name? Doesn't matter. We got Jordan McClanson.
Yes.
Jordan the Red.
It's dangerous to go alone, guys.
And we have me, Terry Smith. And today we're going to be talking about a bunch of things that no one else cares about. So if you want to turn it off now, that's fine.
We don't blame you.
Please do.
Or if you just don't like the look of our faces.
Yeah, this is new. You know, you might not like what we look like. It's like the guy from Step Brothers. You know, they're gonna just want to change our faces.
Yeah.
I have. I have.
Or if
access
you
to-
really like our faces,
Oh, yeah.
also tell us, please.
I want.
I want you to rate
more.
You're gonna rate the men, the beautiful men at this table. That would be excellent.
I mean, obviously, no higher than a 10 on me. That would embarrass everybody else. But
Don't go Spinal Tap on Terry. That's a bad idea.
I'll take a 9. You know, a 9 is perfectly reasonable. I know I didn't shave today, so
We'll do the ratings out of 100, so if it's really low, it's that much more embarrassing.
It's gonna be like 4 stars, 98%. like super hot and meh. It's like
3 tomatoes, you know.
there you go.
I was told at work I don't look homeless anymore because I shaved my beard. That was a legitimate thing leadership said to me. They're like, I'm glad you're not homeless anymore.
Well, it's good. You're not on night shift anymore, so it's.
I actually have to look presentable.
No, I mean that's a good thing. So they're like, oh no, it was a good transition for Terry. That's an excellent thing.
No.
It's like we were worried he might just live out of the garbage can here, but he's doing all right.
There was no proof that I didn't because I don't have a desk. So this just could just be like existing here. I'm like the guy from Office Space. Like they fired me 2 years ago. I'm just been lurking.
You're kind of transient. It's true, at least at work. You know,
I don't have a.
he doesn't have a cubicle.
HR came up to me. They're like, "Oh, we had something delivered to you, but we couldn't find your desk." I was like, "Oh, I don't have one." They're like, "You don't have a desk?" I was like, "No." They're like, "Do you work here?" That was a legitimate question they asked. Do you still work here?
Well, they need people at several different buildings, so it's kind of like that's just your position.
Do you have your own stapler, Terry?
They took my stapler. I'm gonna
That would be upsetting.
I'm gonna burn it down.
That's really
That's
hard.
my stapler. No.
It was a red swing line. It was beautiful.
So we hope everyone had an excellent Thanksgiving.
No.
We're no.
I don't
Oh
give two
shit!
shits.
You know,
I didn't get Thanksgiving dinner until 3 days later. So fuck you all.
Wow.
isn't that today? Isn't 3 days later today? Isn't it like Sunday? 4 days?
Look, time is irrelevant.
time is a construct. God damn it!
It's timey-wimey, and I was there 2 days ago.
Okay.
I got some yesterday. That was
Oh,
good.
nice.
Turkey sandwiches. Anyone have any?
Oh, turkey.
Not yet. I've had a ham sandwich because
Doesn't count.
we cooked a turkey and a ham just because I love ham.
Turkey
Ham
and
is
a ham.
excellent.
Why not?
There are people who
You're
are
a
starving in
glutton.
India, and you just cooking turkeys and hams left and right.
And it was all
I
delicious.
paid for the ham.
You didn't steal that.
This is America. You can do with what you want with the ham, right?
Well,
Exactly.
I mean, not anything. I mean, you know.
Did Scrooge provide anybody boiled goose?
No.
No,
Not this year.
not this year.
No.
I guess that's more of a Christmas thing. I was visited by 3 ghosts. They were all my mother.
You realize it's Christmas, not Thanksgiving, right?
I
And we're talking about Thanksgiving.
holidays
Way to
are
stay topical. No, you're doing a good job.
holidays are irrelevant to me.
Well, you see, it gets confusing every year because, like, I just saw, like, Christmas decorations out 2 days before Thanksgiving in stores. So how am I supposed to tell?
Yeah.
We went to the grocery store that Dave works at. Literally, the day of Halloween, they're putting out Christmas candy.
Fucking
Not even
assholes.
Thanksgiving like
Oh my
decorations.
God.
Christmas candy.
I cannot tell
wrong.
what season I'm in right now.
No, it's confusing, especially considering it snowed on our last podcast. It did like 4, 5, 6 inches, and then today today it's not nice. But like 2 days ago, you have your windows down. It was nice and balmy. It's like holy shit.
It's cold outside. Like there's frost, but there's no snow.
No.
like
The
it's
sun's out
melting
though
still.
too.
Yeah,
the sun's out.
feels
beautiful.
great.
My dog was pissed. He just discovered snow, and he was so excited. Now it's gone, and he just goes out and cries.
really.
Yes, he literally went outside. He was the saddest thing I've ever seen.
He puts his head down, just looking around. What?
I thought about doing like what they did in Wizard of Oz and just pouring asbestos everywhere. But I guess lung cancer is not good for you. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm not a doctor. I only play one on
I
television.
think dogs are immune.
To cancer or asbestos?
Both.
Okay. That's good to write down. Like I got like so they can't have chocolate
Dogs
or onions,
equal or
But asbestos.
it's like radiation.
They
they'll blow
love
up.
asbestos. It's their favorite thing. It's good for them.
It's like an evolution stone from Pokemon. If I give him asbestos, will he go to his next form?
Antifreeze is really bad.
but it's delicious.
But it tastes so
apparently.
sweet. Yeah.
Has anyone ever tried that? I mean, I legitimately kind of want to, and be like, those fucking dogs are stupid. That shit isn't good.
I had no.
Like, have you
interest-
ever had a Cadbury cream egg? Like, fuck you. Like, that shit is good. You know?
A Cadbury egg would also kill your dog.
Well, I mean, would kill me.
Might kill me.
I had no interest in like at all, and I was like, that looks like Kool-Aid. Until someone's like, oh, don't drink that, it's poisonous. And I was like, that does look pretty good. I don't know if that meant I was a suicidal child or if I was just really bored.
It does look radioactive. So, I mean, like, if you're into like glowing neon drinks,
As a kid, if you'd seen any Godzilla, you know it turns you into a giant kaiju. I don't know.
Fair enough.
I don't know where the confusion's coming from.
fair point, man.
If I stumble upon radiation, I'm not going to get mutated and die. I'm going to get mutated and become a superhero.
I always thought that Mechagodzilla was way cooler than Godzilla.
Mechagodzilla is a bitch that the American government created, so it can go fuck itself.
Have you seen that movie? That was definitely
one?
created. The Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla.
There's two of them though.
Really?
Yes.
Oh shit.
They redid it.
God damn it! My point of reference is flawed.
You're still correct either way. The American government didn't create either one.
I don't remember exactly. I don't remember exactly
awesome.
which Godzilla movie it was, but there's one scene where
Where he fights a giant monster.
Well, yeah. but
don't
there's one scene where they couldn't find an English word to match the lip flaps. The only word they could find was cornstarch. So out of place, the guy's just sitting there going, cornstarch, and then just goes in normal
It's
conversation.
amazing.
Cornstarch. Do we still sound good? Are we killing the listeners with our loud voices?
Sexy.
No, you specifically sound sexy.
That's giving me chills right now.
Not much of a segue.
Well, thank you.
But we definitely were having lunch just discussing, what we want to do with the podcast. And the waitress, unprovoked at all, goes, "You have one of those sexy radio voices."
It's true. We had just come back from recording the first part of an episode, and then we're on our way back to recording the second part of an episode. And I'm like, "Oh, well, thank you very much. You're very kind. Yeah, beautiful young lady. Here's my number. I gave my card. It was good. I do private, encounters. If you're interested.
We would do private interviews if you'd like.
Exactly.
Have a beautiful fireplace that we can record in front of, or we can turn it all off and just have a conversation between two people.
I think we should start the Cave Trolls Amazon wish list, and we need smoking jackets. Smoking jackets, cummerbunds.
I think if I had one single cigar, I would just disintegrate.
Dude, cigars are delicious, man.
I think
really
my
like
lungs
cigars.
would commit suicide and jump out of my body.
I started coughing the other day when steam came out of my oven. I was like, oh, God, I can't do this.
Man, water vapor, that's rough. Guys. Man,
Gotta keep you away from humidifiers.
It's that fucking asbestos, dude. It may be good for your dog, but it's not good for you, man.
I just want him to turn into a Houndoom from Generation 2 of Pokemon.
Oh, God.
With the horns and breathing fire.
Oh, man.
I don't have a German
excellent.
Shepherd, though. He's a lab, so I don't know if that... Maybe I bought the wrong
He's
breed.
a tiny, cute lab.
He's adorable. He's a little shit, and he'll eat. I'm pretty sure he's eating our Christmas tree as we speak. You guys wonder why I don't know what holiday it is? My wife has a full Christmas tree set up upstairs. It's just ready to
Listen,
go.
you know that it's okay if it's the weekend after Thanksgiving. That's fair game.
I want to know. Okay, so when did it become? Okay, so Patton Oswalt actually put this up on there. So it's today we give thanks. Tomorrow we murder each other for deals.
It's true.
when did we make that transition?
I think that's excellent. We should start talking about Black Friday. I think that was on our itinerary. Absolutely.
It's the real life purge, guys.
It does seem kind of like it.
Pretty much.
Every year when you see those videos of like old women killing each other over Tickle Me Elmos, like that's the thing that happens.
But it's a Tickle Me Elmo, Terry.
Look at his face light up. It's incredible.
I was listening to the radio after work the other day, and they mentioned that so far 7 people have died from Black Friday.
Oh my god!
Like since we started or
overall,
this year?
overall, not this
Oh,
year.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ! That was
Wow.
this is the purge.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, man. I mean, like, when did they? Do you have any idea when they started recording? Is this like from 1990
From
or
the first
something?
year, it's only Black Friday's only been a few thing for
Really?
a few years.
Is this like Sweetest Day? Like, was created
I
by
think 2008
fucking,
or 2009 was when they first started it.
No, Black Friday was a thing when I was a kid.
Was
for
it?
sure?
I have no
Absolutely.
recollection.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
I,
I mean,
didn't know it's not Christmas.
I mean, I've been of a conscious age longer than you, so you know.
I just
like-
remember it appearing like a wild Pokemon, like during high
out
school.
of the tall grass.
I
know,
know the
we're
past
like you're-
couple years the deals started like Thanksgiving.
Yes, that's
early
exactly
on.
right. you
Okay,
know?
that could be it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it could just be picking up more
Well,
media
Before
attention.
stores didn't open till like 6 in the morning.
Well, now like workers' rights are a big thing, and so they'll have like lists of stores that are not open on Thanksgiving because it's technically a federal holiday.
Right.
So
Yeah, it's been longer than 2008. I remember when I was younger, like 2002.
Yeah.
Because I was like 9. My grandmother, my elderly grandmother,
Got
for
you a
some dumb
tickle me
reason.
Elmo.
Oh yeah, she murdered a guy, but she's blind, and she went with my mother, and they played that up so much because my mom,
sure, yeah.
she took her to Walmart, and she was like, my mother is blind, and she needs to get through here, and there were people like running over each other with carts, and they moved out of the way for the blind woman, you know.
Nice, that's
So there's still some sort of humanity left in these shoppers, but not much.
Just the blind ones.
It's like in I Am Legend, you know how like the zombies, like
Yeah.
they're still somewhat human, like they have the
Hordes, yeah.
eyes, but they're still gonna eat you. So I mean, there's some humanity left in them, but they'll murder you, you know, for a Tickle Me Elmo or a video game sale. I went the smart route, went on to Amazon,
Yeah.
bought my nephew a PlayStation 4 for $300 with 2 games, 2 controllers, and I got a $60 gift card.
That's
Nice.
awesome. What a deal.
Yes, and if you're listening to this, Christopher, don't tell your mom that I told you that you're getting a PS4.
Wow, you fucked up. You really did.
the kid comes up to me and he was like, hey, you know, like, do we have plans for Christmas? Like, be in the nicest way possible, going, are you gonna buy me something cool for Christmas?
Yeah, absolutely.
His
That's
birthday
nice.
is like 2 days after Christmas too, so it's like right there. So we usually just double up, get him something cool.
Cool.
And I was like, what do you want? Your mom said something about Xbox 360, and he just goes, oh, no, why? And I was like, that's what I said. 360s are like old news. What do you want? And of course, like that just opened up the fucking flood dam. He was just like, yeah, I want this, and this, and if you can, give me an Escalade. But you know.
and a tickle me Elmo.
But a
of course.
classy one, like I don't want one. You know, it doesn't need to be
Not a
bumping.
shitty color.
You know, just with some underglow.
I was gonna say, does he want neon? Or?
What's important is if the cup holders glow.
Tinted
Yeah.
You gotta find
windows.
that shit in the dark.
Definitely.
Very important.
And I mean, they were gonna spend $200 on an Xbox 360 when I could go. I'll cover the rest of
Wow.
it. I will cover the $100 and get free
You got
shipping.
a $60 gift card.
Fuck yeah!
Holy
and I bought
shit.
myself a game.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
because
that's
I'm not
rad.
that good of an uncle.
Listen, you
can
are a
only-
very good uncle. Are you kidding me? He was going to get an Xbox 360.
I know. What the
That's-
fuck are they thinking?
No, but that's a classic like parental mistake where you're kind of like, no, I want GTA 5, like brand new one just came out, and they're kind of like here's Grand Theft Auto 3, and they're kind of like, listen, I can't play that. It's not on. I can't use that. It's not backward compatible.
That's like my parents. My dad wants a PS4, but he's not going to get one. I know that for sure.
No, Dad,
but-
we can't afford it. Look,
but-
maybe we can get you a PS3. In the next year.
My mom's talking to me. She's like, "Yeah, I know he wants like that new Madden game or like the new NHL game," and I'm just like, "Mom, that's not gonna run very
No,
well
no,
on the old system." And
Did
they
NHL
they
didn't come out on 360
Not
this year.
NHL, no.
Yeah.
But Madden did.
Oh yeah.
And it'll probably run.
Madden came out
fine,
on Super Nintendo this year.
but
They're just like tossing it out there. What can
Damn.
we? Same thing with FIFA. FIFA still comes out on PS2. Last year, I think it was the last year, but it still came out on PS2.
What?
FIFA 2015 or 2014 actually, so 2 years ago.
Holy
2014 came out on PlayStation 2.
My favorite
interesting.
parent mistake in like Christmas gifts with like electronics was like,
A PlayStation over an N64.
well, similar to that, yes, but like I'm opening up this box and like, yeah, we got you one of those PlayStations and it's a Nintendo 64. I'm just like, well, thank you for.
Please tell me it was in the wrong box. That'd be amazing.
My grandmother for the last 25 years has called everything a Nintendo.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
I got you one of those Nintendos. Grandma, this is Legos.
It's like they say like folks in the South call all soda Pepsi or Coke.
Coke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
that's a
you want a
true thing.
Coke? We come out and do Coke. You're like, yeah, I guess that is what I
Something
mean.
like if we go anywhere else, they make fun of us for calling it pop.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I call it soda
both.
here now,
I
but
call it both.
no.
and I get made fun of at work every day.
Why'd you go back to soda? Why'd you?
I've made a lot of friends from out of states and people
Sure.
who moved here, and also since like I talk to people Xbox Live, WoW.
Sure.
I just got used to making that iteration. 'Cause when you say pop, they honestly don't know what you're talking.
No, they
about.
don't.
So I switched to soda, and it's just easier because everyone can understand. We know it's called soda
Yes.
here. We just refuse to admit it.
Yeah. It's
So
the
when I say
Midwest
soda, they know what I'm talking about. They just give me the snake eye.
See, now they know that we're in the Midwest.
It's like the same thing with me. Like I call milk like it normally comes in a carton, but I talk about it in milk bags because I talk to so many Canadians.
Really?
Is it
Yeah.
still coming bags in Canada?
I believe so.
Canada is weird.
How does
man.
it come in
what the?
bags?
Plastic bags. That's the thing. I mean, it did for a long time, but
Really?
yeah.
I mean, it was in glass bottles. It was the milkman. That was the thing. I mean,
Yeah.
like they have like
Not
the
in Canada.
milk bag man.
Have we
weird.
just been lied
The
to
milk
about our
bag
50s
man.
heritage?
Dude, this is fucking crazy.
We were lied to about a lot of that. So it's just like every time you see any British movie that's based before the 1800s and they have British accents, it's completely bullshit because they talk like Americans.
No. I mean, well, then why did the English accent develop?
It developed because the posh started doing it to kind of like segregate essentially,
okay.
and then they all adapted it, and then you got Cockney accents. It all developed from there. But the reason why we talk this way is because that's how everybody talked who spoke English.
No and because we are what's left over from.
We were here before
yeah.
that accent developed.
No
I'm not
shit.
even shitting you. That's a real thing.
That's so cool. I never knew that.
I know. You know,
I'm
when
going
you,
to use
don't
that
sleep
in
through
casual
college classes,
conversation
mind blown.
all the time now.
it's gonna get you laid if your voice doesn't.
God, I hope so. That's
If
amazing.
you find a girl who's not only into your radio voice, but also into your random American history of accents,
Absolutely.
You have struck a gold mine, sir.
yeah, you know,
Beautiful.
marry her or
I
lock
would
her in a
dig
dungeon
that.
somewhere.
All right, so Black Friday. All right. As we regress.
It's the day after Christmas, right?
Yeah. Fuck you.
Expert segue.
Which today? Yeah, thank you very much. So a friend of mine in high school, girl had an incredible crush on. Oh my god. She was going Black Friday shopping with her mom, and a woman started climbing the shelves at a Best Buy, climbing the fucking shelves to get the stuff that's like just stored above where they'd take their forklift and like load it all down for the displays. And the woman was trying to get a TV down, knocked the TV off, hit my friend, and she fell on my friend's mom. Yes. Permanent like nerve damage in her back.
Jesus.
Yeah. So like I've like very personal experience. She went through like all this physical therapy. She would like call me at night. She would call me in the middle of the night because she would wake up in pain. And she was like trying to help her get back to sleep and stuff. And so like that crazy shit actually does happen. I've never had anyone other than her say that like, oh, they would talk about a madhouse.
Right.
And that way where people are violent and such, and like I saw it on the news, but I didn't see anything in Michigan. I would assume that somewhere there was some Walmart or something
of
where
course.
people were killing each other with hatchets to try to get,
Tickle me Elmo.
exactly, tickle me elmos or Tamagotchis or Furbies
To
or
get
whatever.
to a new hatchet that's on sale to replace the one that you
They just like leave it in the lady like, I don't need this bullshit anymore.
One last use.
the twilight or the farewell murder, yes.
I had seen a lady send her child out like an extra grabber arm like Zelda.
Oh my
Like just like
holding him by the hips. Just
no,
like,
like a hook shot. He's standing here and he couldn't have been older than
like a
8.
football.
And she goes, "Go get it!" And he just runs like weaving in between people. And he didn't even grab something for himself. It was a blender, man. It was a goddamn ninja.
Oh, what the hell?
I mean, it was a great deal. So I'm like, I understand.
Just a
It was
KitchenAid
$20
mixer.
for a normally $100 ninja.
And all of a sudden we start sympathizing with the mother.
no, I took it out of their cart.
Oh, you witnessed this. Okay.
This is a real thing. This is my.
That's
the
where
ninja I
that
have
ninja
upstairs.
came from.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
I'm not gonna
God.
buy a
Was this
full-price
you as a
ninja.
child? Is this what like
was last
you're
year.
telling this story?
This is me and Emily's first. No, 2 years ago. This is me and Emily's first Black Friday together.
Oh man.
This is how we came together as a couple.
That's awesome. Listen, I did not have any problem. We went to Target, we went to Walmart,
Right.
we went to a couple other places. It was not a big deal.
No.
There was some people around, there's great deals. It was
Yeah, and it's not, and that's the thing is, since we live in that culture where the news has to hit our fear button every
Yeah,
single
it's
time.
true.
Those things do happen, and it does really bode terribly for our economy and just our presence in the world that we go this crazy over some sales. It really shows that not that we're just about capitalism, just about crazy purchasing. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we have buying power and we're going to use it.
Well, materialism is definitely run amok.
Oh, definitely. So I mean, there is that, but it's not as bad as everyone thinks. Like, there's people aren't getting murdered with hatchets every time.
Not every time, no.
At least one store, maybe.
And the other thing is, like, some people make out great with it. Other people might not make out so great. And honestly, it's technically not really worth it for them because they're spending all this time waiting in line for hours and hours to get this one item that they saved $20 on or
And that's the thing is, like,
$60.
Occasionally there is a good deal, but sometimes it's like, what?
like,
How much time did you lose?
You
know?
could have
Yeah.
bought all the things that you needed online, sitting at your computer, saved so much time,
Right.
and gone off and made money in that time.
That's the thing,
that you were-
there's too many positives and negatives with it where I can't take an official stance and go, oh, Black Friday is terrible because, there are some cool sales and it does incentivize businesses to cut prices. Maybe not as drastic as they used to. Now that it's so widespread, they don't have to. They can put 10% signs.
Sure.
It's
and
something
everybody's
they
like,
do normally.
10%.
Exactly. But I mean, it still allows us to get excited and circulate money, which is something that doesn't happen as often as we
That's
think.
true.
it does.
I think that's why they call it Black Friday, so they can put their books in the black.
Exactly,
You know?
and that's where it came from originally. So I mean, there are still good things, and now local stores are jumping into it.
Yeah,
and
good.
is it not Cyber Monday? They have it's Mom and Pop Week or something like that. It's 2 weeks from today, or maybe a week
Really?
from now.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's like
think I've heard about this a little
An
bit.
indie Black Friday.
yes, exactly.
Oh, cool.
The grocery store that you work at does it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they cut prices on stuff. So like, it has done some positive things. So you
sounds like-
can't put it as a complete
No,
terrible thing.
no.
Now, real quick, what's the best deal you got this year?
Gosh, oh Lord, okay, God, what if she listens to the podcast? I can't like give it away. I mean, like, I got an item from a store, very inexpensively.
For your girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay, Jessica, when I untap my head, you can come back. So
Yes.
from right now, skip. When I do this again, then come back. Okay, ready?
All right. So she wanted they're fuzzy, vibrating, like massaging. No, massaging. Listen. They're Ugg. They're like Uggs. They go on your feet like the boots.
Hold on.
Yes. They have
Sensory overload. What is happening?
This is so this is why I immediately bought it when she told me about this. So they're boots.
Okay.
They're like fuzzy boots.
Open with boots.
Oh, they're boots. I'm sorry. I started with the features rather than the actual item. Pardon me. So they're fuzzy Ugg boots.
So the dildos are on the boots.
Giant dildos.
Where do I put it in my butt?
Let's talk about dildos for a minute. No, the dildo was the only thing that wasn't on sale. No. And they're fuzzy. They have massaging action and they're heated.
Okay.
And she's got arthritis, which sucks.
Oh,
but
damn.
like,
You just took a turn for the worse.
Dude, it sucks. But like, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be like badass, perfect. Remedy. So like, I got it the next day. She asked for it. I'm like, that's too fucking. And they said they were sold out last year.
So you gotta put like a battery pack in it?
It comes with batteries. I think they're in the heel.
Okay, so it's like you don't
put
wear
them on like a
so do you
charging
wear them
kit?
around the
Yeah.
house?
Yeah.
Does it charge the more you walk in them?
That would be awesome if it was charged by the body rhythm or whatever.
So say if she's in the room and say we're all having dinner
Yeah.
and she makes a funny face and then we hear a vibrating noise. Those are her shoes.
I certainly hope so. I mean, not much of an exhibitionist, my girlfriend, but yeah,
You almost said what?
it would be a surprise to me. Well,
Shit just almost took a turn. Don't. Oh.
listen. I get. You can.
Okay. Untap.
I totally do the like when I'm like shit faced and snuggling. I'm like, I want to be with you forever. You're my favorite person. It's super.
Is this why she brought over all of your stuff and put them in the closet?
Is that why she's come? Is this why she's gone?
Yeah,
From,
is this why she
from,
changed her address?
Midnight to 2 a.m. every Friday. And she smells like you when she comes home.
We have to talk about some things.
Jordan.
Jordan, what was the best thing you bought for Black Friday?
I didn't buy anything.
No, you son of a bitch.
Did you order those lamps?
I can't find them
can't
right
find
now. I'll find them later, but
We're trying to get better.
If you ordered them
lighting.
on Black Friday, you would have. Yeah.
it
son of
wasn't a
bitch.
Black Friday deal. But
Shit. Okay, never
It
mind.
was a Chinese deal, is what
Yeah.
it was.
Oh god.
Those,
That's not derogatory.
no, it's
No,
it's awesome.
From a Chinese company is what he means.
No,
God
it's-
damn it, Terry.
It's the same thing when I say Korean deals, is because I buy all because I'm a homunculus essentially. I buy all. I am. I have these really really long arms, but short ass torso and tiny little legs.
Okay.
So I have to buy clothes made in Asian countries because they don't make my size in America.
Really?
Yes. And it's
The
not like-
proportions are different.
No, the proportions are way off on me.
Really?
Yeah. I make no sense. So I have to buy, and even they don't fit me properly. But the torso is the proper size,
Interesting.
and I have to hem around the shoulders so they fit my arms.
Whoa.
I'm not even kidding.
That's hilarious.
It's been this way since I was 16. Ask Dave.
I've seen it.
All of my clothes are from this Korean
Are you
site.
awesome at basketball?
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
No, I'm terrible at that.
Defense.
I've also seen that. It's hilarious.
I'm great at defense, and I can't make a basket worth shit.
So if you haven't bought anything for Black Friday, like, do you have a present in particular that or something you're really excited
Yeah,
for
like-
someone to unveil for Christmas?
Okay,
Not really,
How
yeah.
about what's your best past deal in the past? You're ruining our I think.
I'm really happy that you're contributing so much. I just want to applaud you for your quality.
well, you're gonna love my contribution.
Okay.
I also bought nothing.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay,
I know what you bought, Dave.
dildo.
I know what you bought.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't fuzzy.
Massaging. I didn't go on your feet. It wasn't a foot
What's
dildo.
your best Black Friday deal from the past?
Yeah.
From the past, I've never actually bought anything on Black Friday. I've gone out,
this is
but I've never
interesting.
actually purchased anything.
So you just like go on People Watch, or you go with other people as
No,
they
I
shop?
went with other people that were like spending money, and I never like saw anything that I really wanted out
Oh,
there.
okay,
And half of my shopping I already got done before Black Friday, anyways.
I got Tekken 4 for $20 when it first came out, which is a $30 cut.
That's nice.
I did get one thing because I did stop after work at Kmart the other day.
Oh.
I did get Jurassic World for like $12.
That's an awesome deal.
That's a really good deal.
they
And
had
then
they had
I
it
went
for
on
24
Amazon.
on sale on Amazon.
No, on Amazon they have the 4-pack. It has all
Oh,
4 movies
that's
for
what it was for
24.
24. That
Yeah, I
makes way
saw
more
that and I
sense.
was like, "Fuck! I should have bought that instead."
Yeah,
Really?
I got some. Is she listening? She's probably not gonna watch this. I got a Keurig coffee maker for $50.
Nice.
It's normally $100.
Yeah.
And it's a 45. And normally, like, it's the 40 that's cheaper. So I got the 45 on sale, which I didn't see a single difference except for this one's silver instead of black. So if anyone want to put in the comments, what's the difference between the Keurig 45 and the 40? Because I don't know what I saved money on. I have no
It's
idea.
2 degrees hotter.
Make hotter. This coffee tastes good, and the other ones don't. We're going to find out. I just bought a bunch of K cups. It was just
That would be
$100
awful.
for the K cups.
I've totally seen that.
What's your best deal you've gotten in the best?
Okay, well, my favorite deal I've ever gotten was my first year in Black Friday. I had no idea what was going on, and I was like,
Because you were 6.
Yeah.
well, oh, no, I wasn't 6. I was like 13.
Ah,
Okay.
Not much better. We were about the same.
Yep, I was out with a couple friends from up north,
Okay.
and like I was never did this like 6 a.m. shopping bullshit. I'm like, why are we up this late? I don't see a point in this.
Was I with you?
No,
Oh.
no, it was
You have other friends?
not now.
Okay.
But what I got was the complete series of Firefly
Nice.
for like $6.
Oh, that's awesome. They
great.
still have that deal right now. Did that ever come out on Blu-ray? Question.
God, I hope
I
so.
don't know.
I have it on
That'd be interesting
DVD,
to find
but-
out.
Yeah, I've got it on DVD.
Yeah, that's worth finding out.
absolutely.
The other thing is, okay, so they've been. I want to bring this up because I
Please.
also bought this year. So my wife's been asking for Buffy on DVD year after year after year, and I keep saying no because it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
There's no reason for us to buy it on DVD.
What is her desire? Why?
She just wants to collect it. It's her favorite show. She
Okay,
wants
fair
to
enough.
have
I
it.
mean,
You
it
know,
makes sense.
She's like me. We like to collect things.
Sure.
You know, I have thousands of dollars worth of comic books, but I say no to a $60 DVD set.
That's love,
That's
people.
love.
That's love.
That's
yeah.
marriage, is what that is. So, and she keeps asking for it and asking for it, and it never goes on sale. And every year, there's a rumor that's going to come out on Blu-ray. Now, you don't want it to be in widescreen because Buffy wasn't filmed in widescreen. It was filmed in the aspect ratio is 4x10, 3x9.
That sounds right.
4x10. You know, the box.
Yeah.
Rather than the widescreen. And if it's on Blu-ray, it's probably going to go to widescreen. It's probably going to look like shit. But because I'm crazy, I want it on the best quality possible. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy it unless it comes out on Blu-ray. This year, it finally went on sale. Guess how much it went on sale for? $5. Yeah. No. You're misunderstanding me. Not $5 total. $5 off the original $60 price.
Oh,
man.
my God.
Okay.
$55 still on DVD. It's
7
2000
seasons?
It's 2015, Richard. I'm not buying. It doesn't matter. It can have 100 discs. I'm not buying a DVD set for $50.
No. Not when you have it on all of your
Netflix.
other formats
Exactly.
and yeah,
I think it's even.
totally.
No, it's not even just Netflix. It's on Amazon Prime
think it
now,
is as
which
well,
I
yeah.
also subscribe to. Also, if I get Buffy, I'd have to buy Angel too.
Yeah, that's a good
Yep.
point. Mhm.
And so I just had
Also on Netflix. So Firefly is on Blu-ray.
it's on Blu-ray
For sure.
Oh, so
$17.99.
you think I could pretend like it's the same thing as Buffy and buy that, but also be for myself?
I'm a big fan of buying gifts for other people that I want.
Oh yeah,
You know,
I
and
do it
being
all the
like,
time.
hey man, we should get together soon. Here's this really awesome thing that I've been wanting to play.
I bought Emily a Green Power Ranger action figure. That's on my desk.
That's awful.
That has my name engraved on the bottom of the shoe.
One year,
It's
I,
Andy.
Yeah, I was gonna say absolutely. Like on Woody.
one year I bought my dad a new CD of Frank Sinatra's "The Best of the Best of."
Yeah.
That's in your CD player right now.
Yeah, I bought it for my dad for Christmas, and as soon as he unwrapped it, he put it aside. I grabbed it, put it in my bedroom, and saved it on my computer.
See, gifts for my dad, he has a habit of not actually opening the packaging for it. Like, I bought him Argo like 2 years ago, like on Blu-ray. Never opened
Has
it.
he ever seen Argo?
No.
It's an awesome film.
Exactly. I bought it because he wanted to see it.
He must not like you
And-
very much.
No, I'm
Yes.
pretty sure he hates you.
I bought him an Elvis Christmas CD that had all of his Christmas songs.
Does he
because
like Elvis?
He likes Elvis, and his mom, who passed away when he was younger, had her favorite artist was Elvis, so that's part of like
Sure.
Okay,
Okay,
reason.
yeah.
I bought him that CD, still packaged.
I also like Elvis. Just saying.
Maybe
I bought
maybe
I
he
bought
wants
him-
it delivered.
Regift. I mean,
That might be it. But yeah, I also bought him an Elvis ornament Never been opened, not put on the
Interesting.
tree.
Maybe he's sad because his mom passed.
I mean,
Maybe you're just
are
bringing
you
up feelings.
traumatizing him?
He didn't open Argo.
Like, fair enough.
Elvis isn't an Argo.
I also really like Ben Affleck. I'm just saying. I'm not your dad, but I do like Ben Affleck.
That's awesome.
Although his
I
role
love
in that
Elvis
movie's
too.
weird. Yeah.
Elvis is one
Oh,
of my
Elvis is
favorites.
the shit.
He's the
But I
shit.
own all of Elvis. Don't give me that fucking Elvis.
Yeah.
No, thank you, sir.
It's a new song, Terry.
Of your dad's gifts, Terry doesn't
New-
want that one.
New release song 2015.
Of Elvis?
Yeah.
Is he like Tupac now?
Yeah.
He's just still cranking them out?
The real story is Elvis and Tupac have been living together for the past 10 years.
I don't doubt them for 10 years. They've been dead for a lot
No,
longer
I know,
than
but
that.
they've been living together for
Yeah.
the past 10 years.
You know,
What
they
were they
just-
doing before that?
the economy's bad. They had to
who
move in
knows?
together.
Yeah.
Are we doing
just
are we
got
doing
done before that.
Elvis, Tupac fanfic where they solve crimes?
With Mike Tyson?
That's what we need to do.
Yes.
Who would be our female lead? Because we need to have a
Janis Joplin.
Oh, I like this. This is gonna be. All right, well, I mean, in the series, because it's got to be like
Aretha Franklin,
Castle,
man.
where eventually they're arguing at first, and then eventually they fall in love.
interest?
Yeah. So which one do you think?
Tupac and Elvis.
Yeah, no, it's got to be. So does that mean Janis Joplin and Mike Tyson are no? It should be a gay love triangle between Tupac, Mike Tyson, and Elvis.
The reason why I bring up Mike Tyson, he already has a show where he solves crimes Scooby-Doo style on Cartoon Network.
The Mike Tyson Mysteries.
fucking
Damn.
shitting me. That's
You've never
a
seen
thing?
this?
No.
Oh,
I
my
haven't
God.
seen it, but I've heard about it. It looks hilarious.
And he's
sounds
obsessed
so
with
good.
pigeons. I don't know why. That's just a
Actually,
thing.
or in the show?
I have no idea. I've never met Mike Tyson.
Probably both.
Isn't one of
I
his?
wasn't asking for anecdotes from your personal life.
Let me just dial him up. I have him on speed dial.
Mike, baby, how you doing?
Why did I become
Because you're an
Stallone.
agent in my in my mind or
mafioso.
something. I don't know.
Isn't another like member of his group like Liberace's ghost
Yes.
or something?
That's awesome.
Of course. Why would you even ask that?
So my fantasy has already essentially been created.
Essentially.
That's really weird. Huh. I just need to come up with one of these ideas before it's been made, so I can make some goddamn money from it.
You know what I do want people to Google, and I don't want us to Google here. And I want someone to put it in the comments.
Yeah.
Has Elvis ever appeared voicing himself in a cartoon?
Do they have cartoons back then?
Yes, they had cartoons.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Was it, you'd imagine he would be on Scooby Doo, like with the Harlem Globetrotters and all of those.
Don Knotts. and-
Elvis made a lot of appearances. You know what I mean? Like he was very open to doing stuff like that. I wonder if he ever did.
I really feel like Colonel Tom Parker wouldn't let him.
Yeah, but he died. You know what I mean? Like he died halfway through his career. So
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, his ghost was an asshole.
he would have never let him perform in Las Vegas either. So
Yeah, that is true.
Uh-huh.
Hail to the king,
I'm
baby.
starting to get the Elvis shape. I could probably do that for. I grow out the mutton chops. What do you
Yeah,
think?
that'd
What do
be
you think? I could do it.
awesome.
Although, like, I do like doing sit-ups, so maybe. So it's like I can either do sit-ups.
wait,
or dress
wait.
like Elvis. Those are the two.
You like exercise?
No, I like the way my body looks. So
Yes.
I'm trying to.
That
fix
sounds
Absolutely.
better. That sounds like the
See
Terry I
this
love.
dude? Show him.
Yeah.
Show
Show
him.
him what?
Show him.
Show him what?
Show him.
You don't
Take
know
off your
what
shirt.
this is.
Take off your shirt.
Show him what's under the hood.
Pure pressure.
Ah, yes.
See, I used to have a
I
body.
love video.
I used to have a
love
body by
video.
Jordan like that. I was working out with him every single day. He was making me feel terrible because he also worked out. But we were
Neither
doing
of
it
us
all
have
the time.
worked out in a long time.
No, yeah, and
Yeah, okay.
let me just,
I have a
let me just give
tapeworm.
you some comparison here. I'm
have a-
sorry, no nipples.
You have much better chest hair than he does, though. So
That's very true.
Okay, so don't ask why. I had to remove my shirt at Thanksgiving dinner yesterday with my family. It's a long story.
I did it too.
My two sisters legitimately asked me, go, do you wax? And I said, no, look, there's hair there. And they're like, oh, honey. And then it's got this.
It's like, did you tape a Brillo pad to your chest?
It was the
steel
only way
wool.
they could like tear me down. It was so bad. They're like, oh, do you
Like,
wax?
you're a girl. You don't have any fucking chest hair. Fuck you.
I don't. They could. I don't know. We're French Canadian. I've never seen. I don't want to see my sisters without their shirt on. They very well could.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
And I mean, like, I grow a mustache in 2 days. I'm just saying.
Mental image is painful right now.
That's hilarious.
My sisters are both very attractive. You'd be lucky to see their chest hair.
oh, God.
I'm gonna sleep with your sister now, just out of spite. And you have to explain
Wait.
it to my wife because it's your fault.
We haven't done that
He
yet.
made me.
No, I haven't seen my sister yet.
Yeah. I like how this is just like, yeah, this is going to happen, definitely.
Oh, it will happen.
We will have sex in your car.
It will happen again. Dirty Mike and the boys. Look, we got it. We got jar of mustard. We got some talk radio. It's gonna be a good day.
What the fuck is that
Talking
from?
fingers and buttholes.
Fucking finger and buttholes, peas and some A's. It's It's from The Other Guys with Mark
Okay, yeah,
Wahlberg
absolutely.
and Will Ferrell. I don't have anything original ever to say. Always
It's
assume
always a reference of something
always assume
else,
it's a
yes.
reference of some
I gotcha.
kind.
Absolutely.
Unless he claims that it's his idea, which somebody else came up with the idea before he did. But
Like I said.
I put right in the notes. I was like, look, I thought I came up with this. I obviously did not.
Yes, you did. No, that was a good call. Absolutely.
You know, like I said, I don't think I got it from them. I think it was just like in the ether.
It's just a
you know?
parallel.
It's just a
You know,
very
yeah,
obvious thing.
absolutely.
Look, if there's midichlorians that give you powers that are in people's blood, someone's going to shoot someone's blood into somebody else's blood, and they're going to get superpowers. That's how Star Wars works, people.
That is how Star Wars works.
Well, the Force works through the eyes.
No, it doesn't. No, wrong. No. I am not the Lucas you're looking for. Did you watch Saturday Night Live on Thanksgiving?
No.
It wasn't bad. Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
I wouldn't say return to form.
How
but-
many true crime? Is it true crime? No, what's his
No,
name?
True Detective.
True Detective.
No
how many
True Detective references.
No.
Not a one.
Shit. Wow, good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank
Yeah.
goodness for that. And you know.
But I love True Detective.
Exactly. No, I'm
Well,
saying
season
that.
one. I love season one.
Yes, absolutely. But I mean, I expect it to be continuous.
Oh.
You know, like absurd, amounts of.
But
you know,
but
True Detective.
HBO is that kind of person. That kind of person.
They protect their.
Yeah, they control everything they do. They're not publicly traded. I don't believe, are they?
I don't think so.
Oh no, they might be because they might be under Time Warner.
Google.
Yeah, check. They might be owned by someone. I'm not 100% sure. Because I was watching John Oliver and he was talking about being under a conglomerate.
Yeah, it
that,
was,
that
yeah.
gets sponsored by
So even he
FanDuel.
has influences.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there is some sort of influences there, but if it didn't do well in season 2, they have no reason to bring it back for season 3. If people didn't like it, they could just go, you know what, fuck it. Same thing with the creators. They give their creators a lot of power. They could easily go, I don't want to make a season 3. Did you watch True Detective?
I didn't.
Did you watch True
No,
Detective?
I haven't started it yet.
Season 1 is awesome,
Oh my
except
God,
for
it's
I
incredible.
didn't love the last episode.
Oh, really? I
thought-
loved the last episode.
Not to spoil anything for those guys, it just seemed like they put too much of a bow on the top. You know, it was just like very clean.
They
like,
tied it
this
up,
is this is a nice ending, and I was like,
Well, bad guys were bad, good guys were good.
That's
I mean,
exactly the
you
thing.
know?
Is that show was all about grays, and in the end, it was this guy's bad, these guys
Well,
are good.
I mean, the heroes were okay. The bad guy was for sure black and
Oh
white.
yes.
You know,
the bad guy
yes,
was bad.
yes.
I'm not arguing
There,
that.
there had no goodness in
No,
him at all.
no.
But the good guys did. Where what's the quote? He says something like do you believe that we're bad men? And he goes, of course we're bad men. We do bad things. We just keep the other bad men from the gate.
Yes,
Absolutely.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
It's awesome.
And it's
Something
an
like
awesome
that.
quote.
Paraquoting.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're owned by Time Warner. I can't
I was
tell
right.
exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's 2 for 2 today.
There's not going to be any
It's
more.
never gonna
today.
happen again.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
God, they own
Terry.
fucking everything.
I know, right?
That's
We're,
absurd.
we're going to go get lunch and everything Terry says is going to be wrong.
somehow we're gonna find out Time Warner owns our podcast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And we still didn't make shit from it. Like, awesome.
we pay
Great.
them.
The nice thing
and,
about podcasts is that like you can do this shit and and be independent and you can distribute it widely without any kind of corporate influence.
Oh, completely.
it's
completely.
great. What an awesome format. We've decided to invest
And
in.
even with there was that huge lawsuit because some company claimed to own the idea for podcasts.
Yeah.
and it's obviously
Got
it's got
defeated.
caught up exactly. So thank God for that. So at least for another 10 years, probably
Yeah.
podcasts are safe.
Well, that was that whole it was they were trolling for patent
Yep,
trolls.
patent
That's
trolling.
right. Yeah,
Yep.
and it was started with Norm Macdonald's podcast, didn't it?
No, not Norm Macdonald. The other one, the guy who sounds like Norm Macdonald, who was on the Man Show, Adam Carolla.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. That's what I meant. Absolutely.
But they're very similar. I see
Yeah.
the confusion.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, it was Adam Carolla's podcast, and it would listen to a whole bunch of Joe Rogan talked
Joe
about
Rogan,
it a little
yep.
bit and stuff. And apparently, they both asked for donations for their legal fees and stuff, and
Yep.
they defeated it. You
Yep.
know, it's like you can't. It's like the idea of patenting, serializing things. Being 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that's you can't. You can't patent numbers.
That's insane.
That's bullshit.
That's
you know?
insane. It's the same thing when Candy Crush tried to patent the word candy and crush.
Oh, for Christ's sake!
Yeah.
They also went for Saga too, didn't they?
Oh, that's right. They wanted because Banner Saga. They wanted the word
Yes, you
saga.
did. Jesus
Can't
Christ.
do that. Star Wars would have to be the Star Wars bunch of movies.
Yeah, it's the Star Wars
Wars
franchise.
collective.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where's theatrical experience?
Okay, if we're gonna, so I had something about movies that I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
How do you feel about a little bit of digression, and then we can go back and
Yes,
oh,
no, totally.
before we do the turkey sandwiches.
Turkey sandwiches.
Turkey sandwiches.
Yes.
A big dark meat, a little bit of mayonnaise, maybe some gravy.
I'm
yes.
I usually
gravy.
make my turkey
Yes,
sandwiches after
gravy.
Thanksgiving on like a butter roll.
Ooh.
Yeah, you stuff the
dig
turkey
that.
inside it, put some mayonnaise and other stuff.
Dude,
Maybe
that
a little bit of
sounds
lettuce
good.
if you're feeling healthy.
I like.
Gravy.
Remember, you gotta do the. I do the fast,
gravy.
dirty ones. So they kind of like throw the Colby Jack on it. So it's all, but it's like really super moist. So you kind of have to like, and it burns your fingers and it's all drippy and stuff because you have mayonnaise, melted cheese, and gravy.
grease,
Yeah,
in the
it's
grease.
so good. Oh my
I will
god.
mention when you go to a restaurant,
Mashed potatoes. You had to put mashed potatoes.
That's
in
what
there
I was
too.
gonna say.
Sorry.
Mashed potatoes.
they do the open face where you get one piece of bread, a turkey dinner on top of it, gravy, mashed potatoes, and they serve it up to you. Oh, yeah, that's
Sounds
good
so
shit. Yeah,
good.
White
$7
bread.
at most restaurants.
Oh
White
yeah, you gotta
bread.
put the shitty
Some-
bread on
some
it.
Wonder
If
bread.
it's not Wonder Bread, you're doing it wrong.
So it just tears in half when you take your first bite.
Did anybody get any homemade bread for Thanksgiving?
Yes, I had some last night. A buddy of mine. We went to a like family of choice Thanksgiving.
okay, nice.
You know, where it's all of me and my poly friends and stuff.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Man, those people can cook. Oh god damn, that was good.
Open relationships, open homes.
That's right, man.
Bring in all the food you
Dude,
want.
it's kind of like, oh, dude, he like hands me 2 giant loaves of fresh baked bread. And I'm like, oh, you're my favorite person.
Okay, when you
ever.
did this, I thought it was gonna be something else.
He handed me
Hands me
two
two
large breasts.
2 large fresh.
right out the oven.
The Eye of Odin opens up.
Oh man,
16 titties fall out.
Anyway, so I was gonna say, I just saw
Movies.
Yes, movies. They're doing a roadshow release of The Hateful Eight, Tarantino's new movie.
Oh, they're doing
right
it
around
on 16
Christmas.
millimeter?
They film it in 65 millimeter,
Oh, okay.
and they release it in 70.
Oh, okay,
and
that's
it's
what it is,
it's
yeah.
called I think it's called Ultra Panoramic. It's like a company called like Ultra Pana something.
And they're bringing aren't they setting up special projectors so you can see it the way it was supposed to be released?
I think there are theaters that
There
still
are some, but with the
Very
roadshow,
few.
aren't they?
Yeah.
Aren't they bringing it to theaters that don't have that?
I don't know.
I might have read that incorrectly, but
Perhaps, but it's a very limited release.
there's only 2 that we can see it near us.
Really?
But we should totally.
You
do
know
that.
where I would love to do
There's
that.
the
too.
drive-in that does it, and
Really?
then there's a theater. It's an AMC that has one theater for that.
No shit.
Yes, and it's one of those awesome ones with the recliners.
I would
and they
love
bring
to
you
do
the
that.
drinks. You can get cocktails.
Oh man, that'd be
It's
awesome.
like
That's gonna be so fucking expensive.
it's like $20 a ticket.
You know what? I
It'd
thought
be
it'd
worth
more,
it,
but
though.
then that doesn't include. I'm sure that doesn't include cocktails.
It includes
I bet you-
nothing.
you know, I bet you they gouge you worse at movies than they do because I've never had like a beer at a movie.
Me neither.
I bet you they gouge you worse than baseball games.
No, because we were talking about $7 for a beer at the baseball game, but you can get a beer for $4 at the movie theater.
Okay, that's you know,
Both are still Budweiser and disgusting.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. That could
No
be
offense
worse.
to Budweiser.
Beer is beer. I love
Beer's
beer.
not beer though. That's
It's all just sour water at some point.
that's the
I mean,
waitress
it-
tried telling me when I ordered a Guinness and she said she was out. Beer is not beer.
That's
No,
very
wow,
true.
that's some
But
bullshit.
when I say that, I'm just talking like anything like Budweiser.
If you want to get drunk, yeah, I guess.
Miller,
You know, yeah.
any of those.
When I
And
ordered
those
Guinness,
are interchangeable, certainly.
Yes.
You know, I mean, it was our fault. I ordered a Guinness. She says we're all out, and I said why? She goes because you drank 20 of them. And I
we
said, okay.
yeah, we drink all of them.
Look, all right, like, don't look at me
I
like
was
that.
like, yeah, it's like, so when's the intervention?
We had no, it was like 7 each.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant you
Yeah, it
personally.
was all 3 of
No.
us.
I weigh like 160 pounds. If I drink 20 beers, hopefully I'm
Dude,
done.
that's like 9 loaves of bread. It's like that's absurd the amount
No
of
wonder
carbs
I'm putting
and
on weight.
calories.
It's all
Oh
the
my
Guinness.
god. Dude,
You're not supposed
so
to have
good.
one whole dark beer with every 30 seconds of lifetime, right?
Are you sure? It's working out
So
for me.
anyway, so
Anyway.
so
Painfully.
I would really recommend watching the featurette on iTunes movie
Yeah.
trailers, and because they talk about it, it's especially it works especially well because it's a western,
Right.
And you get those giant western shots,
Yeah, so like
of the
the-
landscape,
the
and
huge panoramic
oh
shots,
my
you know,
god,
with the
dude, I
mountains
can't
here.
wait. It's I have a very special like warm place in my heart for westerns. And stuff.
Of course.
I love
Love
that.
westerns.
It's
Oh,
wonderful.
Me too. My
I
dad
want my
loves
life to
westerns,
be
and
a
that
western.
puts me back
Seriously,
in.
right, man? I mean, like, you're just like, I've never. It's like, I want to go to Wyoming. You know, let's just see what it's like. Oh my god.
I grew up on Bonanza and Gunsmoke.
Nice.
And all of the Western movies that go along with those, but like when I saw Clint Eastwood, he was young. And I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
man.
who's this guy? And my dad points out, he's like, that's Dirty Harry. I'm like, that's not Dirty Harry. Like this guy has black hair. There's no way. So I mean, I love them too. I just don't I don't understand how they've gone from. I mean, it was probably the bubble popping, but Westerns were out like every 30 seconds. There was a new Western coming
Well,
out.
they're the most inexpensive movie to make.
Exactly.
And it's like you get someone to handle the animals, the film, the actors, and the settings are there. It's not a big deal.
And then we get ones that come out and nowadays with like 310 to Yuma,
Yeah, that was okay.
Slow West. I mean, it was
Slow
it
West was
okay.
cool.
Slow West was
I
awesome.
thought it was
But I just
awesome.
mean like these big budget ones, and they fail. No one goes to see them at all. You know?
But I really enjoy them.
Critically acclaimed,
Yeah.
but not bombing at the box office. That's the wrong word. But they're
It's
not
just-
huge movies.
No,
It's
I
not a
absolutely
big
agree.
movie for a large group of people to go see. They
No,
don't.
exactly. If we watch, if we talk to 10 people, 3 out of the 10 are the ones that saw 3:10 to
I still never got a chance to see the remake of True Grit.
Pretty
Oh
good.
man,
So
I'm
good.
not
So
going to say
good.
better because they're different.
It's different,
But
yeah.
it was better. It was better.
My grandma, who loves the original,
Rooster Cogburn.
said that this one
Oh,
was way
man,
better.
dude.
It was just shot better.
So what's the guy's name who does the dude and then who's in True
Yeah,
Grit?
it's
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges, yeah.
That guy has so much fucking talent.
He's
I
so,
know.
so
he
much range.
can be anybody.
He's a fucking chameleon.
He's
man.
so good. I mean, he's the bad guy in Iron Man. Remember that
Yup.
shit?
Oh my! I always
Obadiah
forget
Stane.
about
bald
that
with
one.
his
That,
beard.
that is his
Bald
worst
head.
role, though.
Oh,
I know
dude.
that was.
That's the worst role he's done, though. I mean, he's still good. In
I
it, though.
mean, he was a very typical simple villain.
Have you seen
that's fine.
Stick It, the gymnastics movie?
No.
He's
What
the,
the
he's the
fuck is that?
gymnastics coach in
Really?
that movie. Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Is this a made-for ABC Family TV movie?
I think it is. I don't remember 100%.
For 3 people.
That's awesome.
I'll have to double check on that, but I think
That's
it is.
really
It's one
funny.
of my sister's favorite movies because
Oh,
she did
man, that's
gymnastics
so
for
good.
years.
That's so
Oh my
Dude,
God.
go see it. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I was going to bring up, there's a movie that, you know how Viggo Mortensen and Ed Harris have like a little love affair?
Yeah.
They do each other's movies and stuff. I believe it's an Ed Harris movie. It's called Appaloosa.
Yes.
The Game of Humans?
Yeah.
That movie is fucking awesome. Renee Zellweger's in it, and it is, they play like such
Sounds familiar,
badasses.
but I don't know it.
It's really good.
You might have seen it. I'm trying to remember what you're talking about.
the kind of the broad plot point is that they are like lawmen for hire, where like he has like a standard contract, and he goes there's a small like western town where outlaws have kind of come over, and the law can't even can't handle them. Then they roll into town and they say like, this is our contract, like I am the law, like I can do what I want, I can shoot who I want, I can do what I want, and I will get rid of your problem, but you have to do things my way.
Yep.
And they they have the town council or whatever sign over their thing, and then they just go to work.
Are you sure this isn't Blazing Saddles?
No horses were punched, as far as I'm concerned.
okay.
Which is probably still the funniest scene in any movie. I told you about my favorite
Right.
scene in like TV, but in my favorite movie, when he punches the horse, I laugh. I just laugh. I laugh so hard.
Did
It's
Ed Harris
wonderful.
do History of Violence?
He was in it. I don't know if he directed.
I don't know if he directed it, either, but yeah, he was in it. Because that is my favorite Viggo Mortensen movie, and almost like present day Western. Like
Yeah, I can
all
see
the
that,
Mexican
absolutely.
standoffs that happen in that film, how strangers roll into town, and there's the one guy who has to defend it, but everybody hates him because they find out his history. It's very much a Western story, and I mean, while there are some awesome sex scenes in that film as
Yeah,
well,
dude.
but
More cunnilingus than you can shake a stick at. I'm just saying.
there's a 69 in the first like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
of that
there
film.
is.
But
All
that's
right.
my favorite Viggo Mortensen movie because
I
I
love
just,
it.
that role. And I also like The Road. I like the book better. But
Oh, man.
I thought he was really good in The Road. But goddamn, I think that's a present day Western film. Also, honorary mention
No,
to
David Cronenberg directed.
oh
History
no
of
shit, it's a
Violence.
Cronenberg.
Yeah,
film?
it is.
That's awesome.
I always want to say like it's a Cronenberg joint. I can't help myself. Like, is that like a Spike Lee joint? Like, I just can't. I always want to say it.
It's just a fun way to say it.
Yes, it is.
The other one I want to talk about is that Shia LaBeouf, Tom Hardy film. What was that called? Not Lawbreakers. Lawman. It's something law.
Oh,
Lawless.
Lawless.
Yes.
I never saw
That was a
good?
great movie.
It's about them running
Moonshiners.
moonshine. It's
Yes.
about 25 minutes too long,
Okay.
so it overstays its welcome. But it's a good film up until that point.
You said Tom Hardy's in it?
Tom Hardy.
I'll watch fucking Tom
He's
Hardy.
invincible. In it.
That dude is the
Yes.
man.
He's like a Western superhero. Like he can't die.
well, it's like so like Wyatt Earp.
Yes.
You know, they say like never got shot. You know,
Exactly. Except
Absolutely.
for he gets shot.
He gets shot.
Oh.
There's
all the time.
he gets
Okay,
all
yeah.
kinds of stuff done to him, but
Yeah,
he
man.
keeps
The
on
best
it going.
part is it's based on true events, and I looked it up. Most of the film is pretty accurate.
Wow, that's
the only
fucking
thing that's not
crazy.
portrayed accurately is like the gunfights. He still got shot a bunch, but there weren't like 17 people firing all those
Okay,
rounds.
yeah.
And his brothers weren't around that much.
Yeah.
It's not like Deadpool.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Those giant holes blasted him. He's like, fuck off.
Shot right
damn
in the
it.
head.
Not again.
Yeah, watch that film though. You'll appreciate it.
So what's it called again?
Lawless.
Lawless.
Really
it
good.
came out probably
It's-
about 4 years
it's
ago.
on
but-
Netflix, I
yeah,
think,
it's on
so.
Netflix. Yeah.
I was gonna say because I mean, like we were both really. I mean, you like Shia LaBeouf and Fury, right?
I like Shia LaBeouf in a lot of things.
Yeah, he was
sadly.
great.
I mean, not sadly, but
He's
like,
a psycho. From
he's a
what
psycho,
I hear.
but man, he can act.
yeah, no doubt.
People who go, "Oh, he's terrible," like, no, he's actually
he's
pretty
not.
good.
Yeah,
But yeah, Fury, man.
Fury was great.
So
Absolutely.
good.
You know, and I didn't hate him in Indiana Jones.
No,
I
didn't
hated,
either.
I hated what they did with him, but he was not bad.
I didn't. You know what? I didn't dislike that movie. I enjoyed that movie.
But the Crystal Skull.
I mean, it was kind of lame, sure, but I mean, it was the magic MacGuffin.
Wait,
sure,
I'm confused. This is Indiana
This is the fourth Indiana
Jones.
Jones movie
yeah,
that they did.
absolutely.
I've seen this movie. It's Indiana Jones.
Yeah, because he climbs into a refrigerator.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
And then a nuclear bomb hits, and he's fine.
well, sure.
And you know Harrison Ford in the background was that just doing the angry Harrison Ford. He just, fucking, I got my whip, fucking.
See, but
Shia LaBeouf, fucking,
okay, so can someone explain to me
fucking stole
why
my
that
job.
movie, what it violated in the? I mean, like, okay, you can't say it's the magic thing because
I understand what you're saying.
he
Yeah,
tore
no.
hearts out.
No,
in Tunnel of
Indiana
Doom.
Jones always had that supernatural twist at the end.
Yeah,
And it's
okay.
not that. It was very much, in my opinion, it wasn't a terrible film. It's not the worst film that's ever been made. It just didn't have the Indiana Jones magic, and that's easy to say. Like, oh, it just wasn't Indiana Jones.
It's very subjective.
Yeah, and it really is. It didn't capture the same magic I got from the older ones,
Okay.
which is the same way I can write off some of the Star Wars films. Like Revenge of the Sith is not a terrible film.
No.
It's not.
No.
Not
And
necessarily by
honestly,
any means, but
the Phantom Menace is probably the closest to the.
what are you saying right now?
It depends on how you look at it. I
Closest
guess,
to what?
but To the at least the A New Hope.
Like the spirit, the feel.
Yeah,
Yes.
I will admit that it is
with
very
the
similar.
with the kid, grabbing a kid off of Alien Planet,
Sure, no, I
setting
see
out
that.
on a space adventure.
Alright.
I see what you're saying with
Right.
that, but again, it just didn't capture the magic.
Yeah.
And part of it was like they tried adding science into it.
Yes.
Part
Yeah.
of Indiana Jones became it was magic, and all the other ones. This is interdimensional, which was a little bit strange for me.
Listen, man, you're gonna. I mean,
No.
that's you know.
No. I'm not saying that that's
That's
what
splitting
ruined it for me.
hairs.
No, it
Yeah,
is. It is
alright.
splitting hairs. It was just like it went from all this like, oh look, the Holy Grail's real. Oh, voodoo magic is real. You know, to oh yeah, also the Ark of the Covenant from the Bible is real.
I mean,
and so
those
oh,
are
yeah,
real myths.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're real myths in this world.
Yeah.
and then it goes to oh yeah, man, and aliens.
well, you know, I mean,
It was like the jumping the shark moment. Is what I
Okay.
mean. And also I felt like it wasn't shot very well. Like the other ones, like felt very practical effects. You know, like Lucas doing
that is true. There was some CGI and
It was
stuff that I
it
didn't
was
love.
very similar, like he was saying with Phantom Menace. It was like you had all these practical effects from the older Star Wars films, and then it was just all of a sudden all effects. You know?
Yeah.
Like even like Shia LaBeouf when he crashes the motorcycle was like, oh, that looks so fake.
Yeah, it did.
Or him swinging on the vines of the monkeys.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
This is what I mean. Like,
And
it just,
I do like Goofy. That can be fun, especially like
Exactly.
like the parts with the ants. I thought was hilarious.
Yeah,
I thought it was
the
really
ant-
fun.
I thought that ant scene was actually
that
awesome.
was totally
It was
cool.
it was like it's like when you fail your driver's test. It's not if you hit a person if you hit a person you fail, but you also fail if like you just stopped a little bit too short there. If you were going just a little bit too fast. If you didn't stop completely at that railroad.
So they didn't hit a pedestrian. They hit a couple of cones.
They hit a couple of cones exactly.
Okay.
Also, if you hit a cone, it's an automatic kill. I'm just saying.
I got exactly the right. I got the maximum number of points off that you
Before you
could get.
failed.
No, and I passed. And that's it. Kind of like if you had done anything else wrong, you wouldn't have passed.
The first time Dave failed, it was like, oh fuck, I did everything wrong. The next time he's like, I did everything but one thing right, and I passed.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like driving. It was like the one question she asks during I'm driving, and she like mentioned something about like a railroad, and I got confused what she said
Because
I'm-
you didn't have a railroad to stop
yeah.
on, so she asked, she was like, "Do you stop completely?" And he was
Yeah.
like, "I don't fucking know. There's no railroads."
like I've never encountered. You had never crossed a railroad up until that point.
not on
up
that driving
there.
test.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah, see, he took it in a different town than me, but in our like around us, like there's not railroads. Like they were torn out like years ago
Yeah,
because there was no
there's
reason.
like one railroad in a big town like 20 minutes over.
Wow.
Exactly.
Interesting.
So they have to ask. Same thing with like there's no highway, so they have to ask the highway questions to you because you can't
okay.
jump on the freeway because there's no
bummer.
exit. So like they're like, okay, so if you're crossing this lane of traffic on the freeway,
Oh, so it's all hypothetical,
Yeah.
and you can't like you
you're
know.
also trying not to hit pedestrians.
Yeah, you've got to do some critical thinking while you're like trying to focus on not killing yourself.
Absolutely. So
With Taylor
okay.
Swift on the radio.
That's
radio.
that's bullshit. That's really not cool. I can totally understand.
But yes, that's the analogy I'm using for Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. Not
I
the
get
worst
that.
film I've ever seen.
No.
And some people would disagree with me, but I've heard some people say they like it more than Temple of Doom. That's a thing that's come up, like a little bit of a new history for it. Like people have come around to it a little bit more.
yeah. I think so.
And I. In its full defense, I just like seeing Indiana Jones as Indiana Jones as Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones once again.
Yeah.
Seeing like
absolutely.
he could be the worst Han Solo I've ever seen
That's
on
right.
screen. He's still Han Solo.
He's Han Solo.
Right.
Like they're not trying to get someone else to do it.
So,
You know, thank God.
so even if it's like really sad when we see him in Star Wars, like, oh, he's just so old, he can't run.
Yeah.
I don't give two fucks.
That's right.
Han Solo is on my
Han
screen
He's
again.
gonna have his
Fucking
blaster.
Solo.
It's the
He's
same-
gonna
it's
be
the same
flying
way-
the Millennium Falcon.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
With the prequels, like if it wasn't for the prequels, we wouldn't be getting Episode 7.
You ready
we
to do
wouldn't
this,
have got
kids?
Clone Wars.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
What
Wouldn't
I
have got
mean,
Star Wars Rebels.
I wouldn't have this fucking R2D2 thing in my basement.
Actually, that's from the 96.
I know, but we wouldn't have had the
it
same
wouldn't have
love
existed.
Right,
You
yeah.
know, yeah.
Because I'll tell you what, I wasn't into Star Wars very much.
Right, like those
Really?
movies
Well,
came
at
out.
what point? Before the movies?
Before, no,
before the
I
prequels?
didn't see. My dad wanted to take me to see Phantom Menace in theaters, and I was like, "Fuck you, Dad." I don't wanna
As
see
much
this.
as
Fuck
our
Phantom Menace.
generation
Wow.
may
I
say, like,
don't know if our friendship can last.
Damn, that sucks.
I hate Phantom Menace is terrible, but
as much as our generation can say they don't like those movies, like they were our movies.
Damn
they were
straight.
our Star Wars.
and I've
It's
met
our
so many more
trilogy.
people that love those movies now because that's the Star Wars they grew up with.
That's right.
I enjoy the movies.
My
there's
first-
like
yeah.
aspects about them I don't like that I wish were different.
Totally.
But they're
I mean,
still your Star Wars, and I
there's-
completely understand why you like them more
Yeah.
than us. You know, because it's what you grew up with. See, my father, like my dad, didn't have great taste in movies. I frequently talk about Space Truckers. You guys ever seen that film?
Yes.
The B-est movie you could ever seen.
Nice.
It's about truckers in space,
Awesome.
and it was his favorite film. But my dad watched everything.
Yeah.
He was a cinephile in that sense. Like he didn't have like great critiques on these films. He just watched everything.
Cool.
Sahara was a movie we watched 7,000 times in my household. Not a good film.
No.
Not the worst film. Matthew McConaughey, Steve Vaughn. It's pretty funny.
All right.
All right.
Penelope Cruz. All right. But we would watch this because it was a fun movie. So we watched these films. He didn't hate Phantom Menace by any means, but he watched Star Wars not because they're the best, sci-fi fantasy opera. This is Star Wars. Yeah. Check this out. I didn't see it until way later on in my life, and I didn't love them until he had passed away, and I was like 20, and I rewatched it. I'm like, oh, I'm a Star Wars fan. And I'm a huge nerd. You guys can contest for this. I love everything about sci-fi and stuff. I wasn't a Star Wars fan until I was about 20 years old.
Wow.
Way after the prequels.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
What was the last? What made you? What turned you into
So
one?
when I first saw Empire Strikes Back, this is a cool movie, but the first movie was really fucking boring. When I went back and watched it, I was like, and it was very hokey. The sword fight when he
Yeah,
killed
it's
Obi-Wan.
bad.
Why did he disappear? Fuck this. And it was very much like it wasn't the newest thing. Like they made newer ones that I also didn't like. So I was like,
Sure.
why am I going to watch these older ones?
Okay.
But then when I was older and everyone's fans of Star Wars, I'm like, I'm going to give this a second try. My wife had them and she had the original ones on VHS before all the effects and
Oh.
everything.
Me too.
And so I put those in. I'm like, this is awesome.
Interesting.
And I marathoned them, and then I marathoned them again, and I watched all 3 of those films for like 6 days straight. And
Sure.
now I'm a giant fan.
Damn.
And I mean, I loved KOTOR
That's
before that. I
interesting,
loved the
yeah. Oh, yeah.
expanded
Okay.
universe. I've
Yeah.
read lots of
Really?
those books, yeah, but I wasn't a fan of the movies very much.
Interesting.
Yeah, and now I am. And
You came in the complete reversed order.
I did.
That's interesting.
and I love it now.
Yeah.
And I can't get enough. I watch Empire Strikes Back at least once a month.
Oh, absolutely. It's wonderful.
So
movie's
so
so
yeah,
fucking
I'm like
good.
a reformed.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely. You know.
Will you move that mouse over there so we can make sure that people are still listening to us? They might not be. They might hate us now. I'm not 100% sure.
the audio in a while either. So
Yeah, yeah. There's no one live, but wave at us if you can still hear us. Just give us a one.
I can hear us.
I can hear it. Yeah, we're doing good.
That's awesome. So that's my Star Wars journey.
With Star Wars, like I grew up on the original VHS movies.
Yeah. So you
I think
Yeah.
most of us did,
Right.
just because like our parents grew up with them.
And that's Star Wars was one of those first movies. It's like Lord of the Rings. It kind of transcended the sci-fi fantasy genre.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
People like Star Wars because it was Star Wars, not because it was. Oh, look at this spaceship movie.
Yeah.
That's why it's bigger than Star Trek. Not
It's
just
bigger than
because of
sci-fi
movies.
fans. It's bigger than
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It's an event.
It's a
Yeah.
cultural phenomenon, really. You can't
Bam.
really put it.
Because my dad showed me Star Wars, and he is in no means a sci-fi fan. He
He actually hates it.
He
Oh,
hates
really?
all science fiction, pretty much.
Really?
He's like,
Yeah.
"This is sci-fi."
Even though he's
he-
the first person who showed me Star Trek. You know what I mean? Not like first person ever,
Interesting,
but he was
yeah.
like, you should watch this show, man.
So is there any like parallels to Star Wars in kind of like a cultural touchstone sense? I mean, there's some music stuff. You talk about like Michael Jackson or something like that.
For our generation, I'd say Lord of the Rings. Like my
I
wife,
haven't met anyone who really doesn't like it. Like I don't care for him. I don't care for him.
I don't either.
I don't know.
No.
a couple people
I'm
that
saying
don't.
like, I've never met anyone who says
have.
that.
No, well, they're not my favorite films, and they're not my favorite books.
But they're still great movies.
Exactly. That's I always get in this argument with Jordan, especially.
It's
Okay.
because they are my favorite films.
Okay, gotcha.
They're-
gotcha.
Like aside from Star Wars, it's,
Yeah.
it's
It's,
I think
it's
it's
his,
appropriate,
yeah.
white whale, if you will. You know what I mean? Like this is his journey. This is his favorite thing, and I think they are good. They in my opinion, they were grandfathered in.
Yeah, definitely.
They are the touchstone. They are the precursor for
For
all
everything else
for all
that's-
modern
yeah.
fantasy.
Yeah, no, it's
But
absolutely
since then, we've had better stories.
true. Like what?
Now you're putting this on. But I've done this before. I have tons of things. I just gotta think. Video games, Legend of Zelda.
Okay.
yeah.
I haven't played any of the new ones. The best two were the first. The first.
The older
yes,
ones are better.
yes.
Yeah, the best two were
Ocarina
the
of
first
Time
two.
aside, Ocarina of Time,
Yeah,
I think is
know.
also
yeah,
really good.
definitely.
Um,
That's
Love
another
Majora's
crossover.
Mask, too.
In
What's
a
that?
dramatic
Majora's
sense,
Mask.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
In a
Different
dramatic
story,
sense,
but-
I would say George R. R. Martin. I think he nails the dramatic
absolutely.
tension.
No, you're right. Fair enough.
In a battle sense, better battles, R.A. Salvatore.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
he's writing.
I think we should just keep this into movies and TV.
Okay,
I think you can't really compare.
I'm mostly referring to books first.
Oh, okay.
Is what I'm saying. The original
sorry.
books. No,
Okay,
it's okay.
yeah, yeah.
And I'll go into movies.
Oh,
because-
okay. Because you know what? I should have clarified. I didn't say I meant the movies. You know.
I will go
That's
with you
difficult.
there. I haven't seen too many better fantasy movies, but there hasn't been many fantasy movies.
Agreed.
I think
It's also Peter Jackson too. Is
Peter-
like you can't,
exactly.
It's hard to top Peter Jackson.
He kicks
on-
ass, man.
He does kick ass, and they did so many new things with those, with those films, like just like the scenes where they fight. That's AI fighting. They had to program AI because they couldn't film. They can't have that
And
many
then
extras.
the CGI that they used is very practical. It's
And it still looks really good to this day.
Yeah.
Also, I want to mention, I also think Brenton Weeks, all of his books, you might have read the Night Angel trilogy, Black Prism. I think he nails dialogue better.
Oh, cool.
But it's all built upon.
Yeah.
It's all built.
He's
upon
the granddaddy.
what Tolkien, exactly.
Yeah.
He's the granddaddy. It's just people have reiterated on it. That's like saying the Beatles aren't good.
Yeah, it's
The Beatles
true.
are
Yeah.
good. We've just reiterated on it.
Or but then you're gonna have people who be like, well, or like Elvis stole stuff from Chuck Berry and stuff. It's kind of like, Black bluesmen were doing this way before. Like,
Chuck Berry is the epitome of rock and roll for me,
Yeah.
and Robert Johnson and B.B.
doesn't
King
mean-
are the epitome of blues to me.
it doesn't mean that Elvis wasn't good.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that I don't like stuff better, but they are the precursors. They're where that came from. So I always appreciate it. I just will disagree with you vehemently that it's the
Yeah.
best one that's ever written.
Yeah.
But
And there's
movies
also-
wise, I will completely agree. There hasn't been a better fantasy movie.
No, I totally. I can't
For that
think
scale.
of one.
Right.
Yeah,
With
absolutely.
armies fighting armies,
Yeah.
in a world that be
Epic,
devoured.
epic scope. Where you kind
Warcraft is going to be this
that'll be
generation's
interesting.
big one, but I don't think it's going to be as good.
yeah.
No
Yeah.
way.
of no.
Impossible.
There's also like the fact that like of it being the first one, you have
Yeah.
that factor of having those characters that you fall in love with, and it's hard to see other characters
Yeah.
in the same, not necessarily the same way, but in a way that you love just as much.
It's like
Sure.
Braveheart. Braveheart, if you look back at it,
man.
not an immaculate film and very
also not.
historically inaccurate.
Yeah, I was gonna say not accurate at all.
Really?
but-
Okay.
Oh, okay. So like the big battle scene, where the two armies fight each other. That
a
was
couple of those.
That was made on the last one.
Okay.
The final one.
Yeah.
That was done on a river.
Really?
Historically,
Oh, cool.
There's
it's the battle. It's the battle of that bridge. I forget the name of the bridge. The battle of that bridge is the name of the battle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's no river.
Interesting,
Inside the
okay.
field.
Fair
But
enough.
it's things like that. So with Lord of the Rings, it was the first fantasy genre. Two armies clash. And good versus evil, very much, Nazis versus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Our generation hadn't had that. We
No.
had Star Wars. There was the Empire versus
Yep,
the
absolutely.
Rebels. We hadn't had our good versus evil fight.
No.
And
Sauron
it.
versus
Exactly.
Gondor and all that good stuff. Yeah.
plus, I mean, fucking wizards, man.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Ian McClellan in that role. God, I mean, has a role been nailed better than that?
Sir
Not
Ian
better, but
McKellen.
I would say Sir Patrick. What's his?
Sir Patrick Harris?
No,
No,
How I Met Your Mother, just as good,
think
just as good. I broke Terry.
I think I lose all fan points. For that.
Patrick Stewart.
Thank you,
Patrick
Stuart. I could not think of Stewart.
Oh yeah, as Professor
As
X.
Professor X, and
Fuck
also.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Ian
that was
McKellen
fantastic.
As Magneto. Oh,
But I
man.
do actually think that
Two fucking giants of the acting world. Holy balls!
I do prefer the younger Magneto though.
Yeah. Oh, God, he
Yeah.
does a good job.
What's his name? Fassbender, Michael Fassbender.
Yeah.
I do prefer him just because he's able to do more in that role because he's younger. But first seeing those two guys in X-Men,
You know, it's funny because like those characters, you would expect that, like X-Men First Class or whatever it is. Those
James
characters,
McAvoy,
you would expect those characters to be like way worse, to be like trying to fill the roles of Patrick Stewart, Ian McClellan.
they
They
were
do
magic.
a great job.
Yeah,
they do an awesome
I love
job.
James McAvoy.
Yeah.
the
Oh,
only one I
he's
didn't
so
like
fucking
those
good.
out of those at all were was Mystique, and it wasn't Jennifer Lawrence. It was I didn't like the original version of Mystique, and this was just supposed to be a younger version, and I just thought that was a terrible way to portray that character.
yeah.
Really? In what way? What was the problem?
What they do with her is cool. She's very quiet. She's deadly. You get that role of her, but she's very just she's something cool to look at.
Okay.
And that's not Mystique at all.
No.
And it's very much like, I'm a comic book nerd. I've read the comics. It's very much that.
Yeah.
Just, Mystique is a deadly assassin who is cool to look at, but she's so much more nuanced than I'm just quiet and I can shapeshift.
But I mean, they display some of that nuance in the First Class movie.
In First Class, they did a little bit better job,
What's
but it was
the
also
there's two of the flashback movies. What are they called again? I'm
First
sorry.
Class and Days of Future Past.
Thank you.
Yep.
And they
Okay.
did a better job of fleshing her out. It's just she's
Yeah.
still a very different character.
Okay.
It's the same problem I have with Wolverine. Wolverine's awesome,
Yeah.
but he's just a little different than what I was hoping for. before.
So people who hadn't read the comics and didn't understand that. Okay,
So it's very much that. It's my source material.
gotcha. Okay,
That being said, they both did an amazing job doing
Yeah.
that role. For what they wanted, they nailed it. So they're still awesome. It's just out of all the characters, like I thought Beast
Not
was
just
really
the
cool.
characters,
Oh,
but
I
the
love
stories
Beast.
in all those movies are not
no.
comic book related at
And
all.
I
to
just
what-
don't. I don't know why they're focusing so much on Mystique. Is my main thing. Why did they have to shoehorn Mystique being in a relationship with Professor X?
they didn't have. I would imagine that there's someone at the studio saying that we need either a love interest or we need to have a strong female character.
We need to have some sort of
which
triangle.
which is true.
No,
which is
it's-
absolutely
no,
true.
I get the strong female character.
Yeah.
It's why they have to tie it to that history when she has such a cool history with so many other characters, like Nightcrawler. They could have easily done, I have this illegitimate son story, which they might do with the new movie that's coming out,
Apocalypse.
because he's in it. Nightcrawler's in it.
Oh, good.
And Nightcrawler is the son of Azazel and Mystique, and both of those were in first
No
class.
shit. I
Yes.
didn't know that.
Yes.
That's really good. I hope they
Except
do
for
that.
Azazel died, so did
Yeah.
she have him, in between then and there?
I'm sure they're going to do a cutscene. The flashback where it's just like, oh,
Hey, we did
remember
it once.
on the island they met up and we boned in the bathroom or whatever.
Right at the end with all the subs.
No,
that just
no,
blew
no,
up?
it's it's going to be on a plane. It's going to be a Mile High Club. It's going to be.
Yeah.
it's
Well,
gonna be
Azazel
great.
can teleport, so it could have been that.
Yeah, totally.
Also, in the comics, Azazel's a demon.
Yeah.
Not just looks like a demon.
He is a demon.
He is a demon.
Wow.
Yeah, he's like Mephisto. He's one of the people who claim to be the devil
Oh,
in
cool.
the Marvel universe.
Neat.
That's just one of those
That's
things
awesome.
that happened when I didn't have sex.
Hey man, you're having sex now, and you're not right now, but like you
Well,
can.
you don't know.
You
You
can.
don't
If
know.
I
Can't
was
see
doing
below
this.
this table.
Yeah, they can.
I just want to point out we have two people in pajamas, and then we have two people in adult real clothing.
These are Iron Man
And
pajamas.
This is adult clothing right here.
Awesome.
I have Iron Man pajamas. You have an Iron
Yes.
Man shirt on.
I'm not wearing anything with.
We
any
should
kind of
trade.
You're not wearing
anything
it.
Cool. I'm not wearing anything.
I'm wearing some Halo pajamas.
It's awesome.
Is there anything else you guys want to cover on movies? We could probably call this one done.
Yeah.
Is there anything else? Anybody and the fans? You guys want to say anything?
Yeah, what do you want us to do for the next?
Sir, are you
Wow.
hearing voices again?
All the time.
Okay, okay. Just want to make sure that was still happening.
Let us know.
It's like Venom mixed with Deadpool. Like it's always telling me to kill people, but like in a funny way.
We said we're sorry.
Well, if you're not gonna do it for comedy, then why do it?
Exactly. Why do it at all? If you guys want to subscribe to us on iTunes, we're on there. Obviously, we're on YouTube now. Check out our other videos on. check out our other videos on here. We will always wear clothes. I know. I just fixed this.
I'm sorry, I messed up your coif. Let me...
It's a mirrored image. It's very hard to part my hair. I'm in the wrong area.
And
If you want to follow us on Twitter, we're at CaveTrollsCast. If you want to email us, we're cavetrollscast@gmail.com. Check out our website, cavetrollscast.squarespace.com. If we're all on Twitter,
No.
Nice.
Richard,
We'll do that today.
you
Yes,
need to
okay.
twat or
Well,
tweet or
we need to-
twit.
we're gonna get this done after we're done with this right now. We'll get this done.
I made one
momentarily.
tweet in like 1 week, so
Did you figure out what your Twitter is?
I can't remember.
Well, it's gonna go right here.
All right, yep, we're gonna have
David
a banner,
Togetz,
like,
yeah.
like right here-ish.
Yeah.
Jordan's at Extraordinary. Gonna go right there.
Yes. Yeah. Extra Jordan.
I'm at Resident Stevel, and you're gonna be at something.
Yeah.
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 So for the Cage Cast, we're signing off. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.
Bye bye.
Bye.
All right, you can go ahead and stop that.